What's going on, everyone? It's Rich and in today's video, girl, you won't believe the drama. Rich Lex exclusive. Oh my gosh, guys, you ready for this one? Major drama has exploded all over the world. Okay, so I used to hear, here we are again. Hello, welcome to the YouTube channel where we talk about how horrible everyone's makeup is. Welcome to the YouTube channel where we talk about other YouTubers. Okay, so let's talk. I feel like we need to talk. So Jeffree Star, people are saying that Jeffree Star, and I have receipts and all the deleted tweets. People are saying that Jeffree Star is bullying James Charles and she needs to stop. And I was like, wait, because I have receipts on all this drama. Nobody has these exclusive receipts but me. And matter of fact, let me show you. Here at Rich Lux, we tend to do our investigation. See, I have it all pieced together, bro. Okay, I have it all pieced together, and so that took a couple hours, girl. But we have it all pieced together, and we're gonna talk about that in another video, maybe tomorrow. But here we go. So Jeffree Star went over to Dollar General, which, man, oh my god, I haven't been to Dollar General in years. Oh my god, like, first of all, Dollar General, to me, in my opinion, it's like an easy convenience store. I think, like, what would you go to Dollar General for? Get little snacks, you get like laundry detergent, like maybe like a toy or two. They even sell clothes. I would love, first of all, Dollar General sells like clothes, at least the one I went to. They had like shirts and tops and shorts and flip-flops, like very beachy type, easy stuff to grab and go. No like evening gowns or anything like that. But I feel like it would have been, I feel like Jeffree Star needs to go back to Dollar General and get a full outfit. I think that the next one, that would have been awesome. If anyone does that, you want to get 1 million views, Dollar General makeover. You have to get clothes, makeup, whatever, just the clothes alone. Okay, because I like to see what they have. Anyway, okay, so we did a little investigation here as to what was Jeffree Star wearing to Dollar General. So we found out that he literally went to Dollar General and over $400 to $500 in just clothing alone, not to mention the $200,000 car he's driving. And we're excluding the car and we're excluding jewelry. And so when it comes down to what he was wearing, this is what he was wearing. It's the 20 Montreal Hyper Reality Crop Cotton Blend. That's about $195. And then as for the pants, it's the Camo Hyper Reality by 20 Montreal as well for $175. So Jeffree Star goes over to Dollar General to try out their brand new makeup called Believe Beauty, which I didn't even know they had makeup, and apparently it was good. There were some hits, there were some misses, but overall I think it was a positive video. So then he walks out and then he reviews the makeup. Well, in the video, he says he walks over to there's like Wet n Wild section, which I love. Wet n Wild, I love it so much. This one, and this is the Wet n Wild foundation I use all the time. Okay, this is like my everyday foundation. Lately, I haven't been using it because I've been using the new Anastasia one, but this is just as good, if not, but this is a little bit more expensive. This is like $5, $7. I love, if you're looking for a new affordable foundation, try the Wet n Wild one. I love it for everyday, super affordable. Okay, so in the video, he sees Wet n Wild and he says, oh, do you guys have the new James Charles palette?
Oh, finally drugstore shopping here in the oh, Wet n Wild, I was just looking for the new James Charles, your brand new eyeshadow palette.
They have the new James Charles palette.
They got Wet n Wild.
I wonder if they have the new James Charles palette.
They got Wet n Wild.
I wonder if they have the new James Charles palette.
Oh, finally drugstore shopping here in the oh, Wet n Wild, I was just looking for the new James Charles, your brand new eyeshadow palette.
Which, because everyone knows, which sparks this whole controversy, that Wet n Wild came out with the palette that looks similar to James Charles' palette. And this is where I feel like James Charles made a mistake. Because James Charles got all up in arms. He started tweeting out, started a little war with Wet n Wild and say, how dare you copy me? And something about I didn't create the rainbow. And first of all, James Charles should have took a page from Drama 101. And that's like, try not to engage James Charles, okay? What you should have did, because everyone noticed it, that Wet n Wild palette looks similar to your palette. What you should have did is not say anything at all. Let all your sisters attack. But the fact that you said something about it makes it worse. You would have came out on top if you never would have said anything at all. Maybe said it was, oh, it's a nice palette. Looks familiar. But for what you did, you didn't have to go there. And I feel like when he did that, now people are like, I'm gonna go buy the Wet n Wild palette. James Charles all salty. You should have let your sister squad, your millions of sisters, do the attacking, the bidding, whatever you want for you at that point. Because the way you handled it was so bad, to the point that now people are making jokes about you. So, like, circling back to Jeffree Star, they said that he was bullying, making fun of James Charles. To me, it was a joke. And I'm going to tell you why. Because what no one else is talking about is that NIKKIETUTORIALS herself, the queen of getting no views, love you so much, which to this day, she still hasn't said I have better makeup skills than her, but we'll talk about it another day. NIKKIETUTORIALS herself shaded, here's the receipt.
Finally, drugstore shopping here in the Oh, Wet n Wild, I was just looking for the new James Charles, your brand new eyeshadow palette.
See that? And then here's Jeffree's receipt.
They have the new James Charles palette.
They got Wet n Wild.
I wonder if they have the new James Charles palette.
Now let's talk. Who did it first? Well, NIKKIETUTORIALS shaded James Charles first, which in my opinion, because I'm allowed to have one last time I checked, was a joke, girl. I think NIKKIETUTORIALS, Clock at the House, was joking. I don't think she was shading James Charles when she said it. You just kind of like, the vibe was a joke. Could it have been half shady? It could have been shady, disguised under a joke. Who knows? To me, behind every joke is a little bit of truth. Just like a little bit. You know? Does that make sense at all? So then Jeffree Star did it, and I think he was just mimicking NIKKIETUTORIALS, and that's the drama. So is NIKKIETUTORIALS bullying James Charles? Is NIKKIETUTORIALS the evil queen? So that's pretty much the drama. Now, by all means, make up your own decisions down below. I do feel like James Charles, those little digs, and no one sees it, and he likes shady comments, and he's very kind of sneaky. I have all these notes, girl, all these notes. Let me see. I'm trying to see if there's anything in here. When the James Charles palette came out, you couldn't get your hands on it. It was sold out all the time. Now, you go to Morphe.com, it's there, it's in stock. So is this an attempt to like, oh, here's my chance. Let me blow up this drama so that way maybe people can remember my palette, maybe want to buy my palette and buy their palette and maybe review, and it can increase sales in some way. So there's that aspect of it all. But I do think, and I wrote this down, I do think James Charles' downfall would be three things. Ego, pride, and arrogance. I don't think he can put those aside sometimes. Sometimes I think that sometimes he'll say he lives a normal life. No, you don't. Having 15 million subscribers, there's nothing normal about it. You don't live a normal life. I think you do have an ego. I think you do have pride. I think you do have arrogance, and it gets in the way. And you need to push it aside and sometimes not say anything at all. I live for it because we continue to talk about it. Because if you didn't do anything, there's nothing to talk about. But I do think that that's his downfall. And I think that people always circle back to saying, well, he's extremely young. And that's fine. Because when I was extremely young, I made mistakes too. I just didn't have anybody talking about the mistakes every time I messed up. So it just kind of, it's very that. Speaking of mistakes, let's talk about Christian Dominique's new palette. I'm just joking, guys. Okay, honestly, let me know what you think about the drama. Do you think it was shade? Do you think it was just jokes? Whatever. Do you have a sense of humor? I think you would have to in this sense, but everyone's different. Some people believe NIKKIETUTORIALS was shading, Jeffree Star dissing, whatever. All right, so Christian Dominique, because she's from Houston, and well, she was from Houston, and then like she moved to California or something. And this is her makeup line. This is her third palette inside Sephora, which is a pretty big deal for her. And my only concern, this is just me, you know, it's like, wow, you're coming out with palettes very quickly. I think palettes should be a celebration. It should be a moment. These palettes are pumping out like crazy, okay? But that's pretty much it. I mean, at this point, let's be honest with you. I used to complain all the time, oh my God, every 3 weeks there's a new palette. I can't keep up. ColourPop was doing it. I think Morphe was doing it or something, you know? And at this point now, I'm used to it. I have been accustomed to every 3 weeks, a new Kylie, every 3 weeks, a new Morphe, every 3 weeks, a new ColourPop, and it's just coming out. So don't even get me started on freaking the Kardashian. That's another one too. Okay, so I'm used to it. So Christian Dominique is continuing this pattern. Well, good for her. I don't know how you're able to do it and pump out palettes like crazy. I just remember back in the day when palettes took 2 years. Where's that? Do I even have it here? Right here. I remember the days. Oh, Jacqueline the Hill. I remember the days when it was 2 years in the making to create a palette. Look, this one is, let me see. Yeah, look, still has the film. This is my collector's edition. 2 years in the making. Whether that was true or not, I don't know. This is part of my vault collection because I have a space where I keep makeup just for review purposes and stuff like that. And I like to collect makeup. Okay, 2 years. This one came out very quickly. Okay, does it mean that it's any more special or better? I think it's all a matter of opinion. So Dominique's new palette is called Celestial Storm, and I just want to say thank you because I got it in PR, and I only feel like, you know, it's only right to talk about it. You know, you sent it to me. Okay, let's talk about it. So here it is. It has a little film. Now I am using the color Mystic Ice right here. Well, the sun and the lighting, whatever. Okay. I know, feast your eyes on my beauty. So this is Mystic Ice. To me, let me show you the palette. Here we go. Okay. So to me, the colors are very pretty. And so based on that, I mean, they're so pretty. They're super, super, super pretty. And I think that Mystic Ice, I'm just gonna be 100% honest with you. Mystic Ice on camera doesn't look like what you see is not what you get right now on camera, because it looks better in person, and on camera it looks more brighter for some reason. And I haven't like adjusted any. I'll try to fix it, but in real life it looks good, and then on camera it looks brighter, more pigmented. If that makes sense. So I just want to like show you that. So you got this beautiful purple, and I really, really like this one, and I think we might. Where is it? Is it that one? Yeah, Eternal Light. I think colors like this, I would kind of use it like, ooh, look how beautiful that is. Whoa, whoa. I think colors like that, oh my God, it's so smooth. You could almost use it as a highlighter. That's really pretty. That almost reminds me of this one here from the Makeup and Chill palette. And theirs is called Glamour, and I'm just gonna get some of Glamour here. And I use that one right there. So there are colors in here that I feel like you could use as highlighter. Okay, here we go. So it's all a matter of preference. So you got the Christian Dominique, and then you have the Makeup and Chill palette. So, and I heavily did this one. So you can tell there are different formulas, but yeah. Okay, so that was really cool. And then she also came out with these beautiful purples and blues, and you got like a black and oranges. And I think it's, to me, I'm getting very like modern Renaissance with a little bit of like Christian Dominique flair with meets fall, meets pumpkin spice latte girl that wants to rebel because she's just tired of being basic and she wants to be fabulous. You ever meet those people? I had a friend of mine named Diana. Oh my God, and she was super nice, and she would always get used by people. And one day she was like, you know what, I'm tired of being nice. I'm gonna be a bitch. That's it, I'm gonna be a bitch. And I was like, okay, yeah, whatever. Because she was such a nice, caring person, it was impossible for her to be a bitch, you know? And she was like a bitch for like one day, and now she went back to being nice because at her core, she's a nice person. So anyways, I don't know how we got on that, whatever. But anyways, I think this is a pretty palette. You know me, I like, you know, crazy colors and stuff like that. I think this one would be one of those palettes that a lot of girls would gravitate to. And especially, like I said, in my opinion, I don't think this is a palette for beginners in makeup. And I'm gonna say this because the other two Christian Dominique palettes, I feel like one of them was like anyone could pick up and use it. I think the second one, anyone could pick up and use it. This one, although I do kind of feel like anyone can pick up and use it because anyone technically can, I feel like this one, you would have to know a little bit about formulas, shimmers, mattes, the consistency, and how it's gonna blend and mix with other makeup that you're using. Because when you start getting into like some of these colors, not that one, I like that one a lot. Start getting into these colors, it's not as simple as slapping on one of those. My opinion, I'm allowed to have it. But with that being said, it is one of those palettes that I think that you should pick up and try. And I can't wait for what's next for Christian Dominique. I mean, she's moving fast, she's growing super fast. Will we see foundations? Will we see concealers? It's very that. Anyways, guys, thank you, Dominique, for sending this. I love you so much. And I'll see you guys in the next video. And let me know what you think about all the drama. And yeah, okay, bye. I love you so much.
Rich